very grateful we had to be here today. Upon being late, you've been patient enough to wait for us. The number is encouraging because I remember in Zambia, I paid almost 1,000 to organize a meetup. It was basically for only Bitcoin, so it was just coming from my traveling across the continent budget to promote to a blockchain. And I had only 5 people coming. So you can imagine that all the food, all the meat, everything just went to his, well, I think I have got a nerd group here today, people who matter very well in the crypto community, who understand the technology. And if basically anyone here is able to convince 4 or more people on board from what is going to learn about the technology, so it's an encouragement for me, and I'm very grateful to you guys for making the time to come here. Most of you may be in the know of what I'm trying to kick off with. In 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto brought out a white paper and a piece of software directing programmers around the world to develop the blockchain and the Bitcoin network. And the idea was to have a peer-to-peer payment system where you can send money to anyone, anywhere in the world. Basically exchange value with anyone, anywhere in the world within a few minutes, either from your cell phone or from your computer, without a third party like a bank or any financial institutions. So in 2009, we had a Bitcoin network. And the interesting part of the whole idea is that you can send money at the speed of lightning within 3 seconds. And the transaction cost is just a fraction of the cost. For me personally, what deepened my interest in cryptocurrencies was the fact that I could just pay something small in doing a transaction before I could even discover that it is also a store of value. The more people are coming into the network, the more the value of the particular currency goes up. So it's a free market money where the value of the money is determined by demand and supply. Unlike fiat currency. Fine, fiat currency, if governments around the world allow it to be guided by demand and supply, we would have experienced the same thing. Because why is the US dollar so valuable? It's a world trading currency. Everyone is using that currency. If you are traveling from, say, Kenya to Ghana, you have to change your shillings into US dollars, and when you get to Ghana, you change it to Ghana cedis. So this actually makes the US dollar a very strong currency. Everyone is using it around the world. It has got a huge network. And that is exactly how every good money should be like. It should be transferable, it should be bankable, you should be able to transport it. But if you look at history, especially the Roman Empire, all of them went down when their money when they start debasing their money. In Rome, they started the money, the medium of exchange was gold coins, and when the politicians got greedy, the kings, they started debasing it by adding silver to the gold. So the success of Bitcoin, I'm sure many of you are in the know, led to proliferation of so many cryptocurrencies. And now we are actually making history by creating a lot of private money, as Hayek and the Austrian economists predicted that private money and competitive money market is what is going to free humanity from government manipulation of the monetary system. We have so many cryptocurrencies. You go to web market cap, about 1,000 currencies have been listed there. everyone with different technology behind it. Some are basically for merchant use, some are for smart contracts. So many of them, some are for Internet of Things. If you look at some of the currencies, you can even issue your own token from their platforms. So this is for me and my friends, SmartCash. This is our 3rd week of being in existence, but it has taken us years to plan this, looking at the weaknesses of the various currencies. Bitcoin got all these crises. That is not, the end is not yet even in sight, because now we are looking towards November 2. This is the first stage. There has been a split. We have got Bitcoin Cash. They are living their own life. They have been listed on exchanges. Still, exchanges are not allowing people to sell yet. We are waiting to see. 3 days ago, it went past $800. Today, when I was leaving home, it was driving around 200 and thereabout. I don't know whether it is crashing or not. But the point is, I don't see big cash coming into the system, Bitcoin Cash coming into the system as a problem. We all want competition, so if they can compete, fine, let them compete. But since Bitcoin decentralization, you see, the idea of cryptocurrencies is decentralization. No one owns it. Everyone who is in the network owns the network. But you look at Bitcoin and it looks like the core team, the core devs have monopolized it. Somewhere along the line, I share some sentiments with guys like Roger. You cannot make any decision about the Bitcoin network. It's only these core devs who make the decision. So for instance, SmartCash is a POW, like a POS. The more you keep your proof of stake, the more you keep your money in the network, the more the network is secure, and then the network rewards you for that. So we have a voting system. If you hold coins in the system, you have the right to make decisions on the network. Either we are going for a hard fork, either we are paying developers or hiring developers. People can, whoever is part of the network, third parties, if you are not even team members and you have joined the network and you might not even have some money locked in there, but you are interested in promoting SmartCash, you can present your own proposal, and those who have got clients in the system can vote on it. So we are tipping the decentralization Bitcoin introduced. It's a community governance where all members holding coins have the right to make decisions on the network. So you don't have these acrimonies that Bitcoin got itself into. All the members have got the right to make a decision over what should happen with the network. Unlike a few people sitting somewhere and deciding for the whole Bitcoin community. Look at how they nearly hijacked the whole system. It was frightening. If you had so much money in that system, it was very frightening, especially those people out there who have invested so much in Bitcoin and have got some Bitcoin hidden somewhere. It's like your future, it's your investment. That is where you are protecting your wealth. Because cryptocurrencies are interesting. The store of value is something very, I'm short of adjective to describe, but it is something very fulfilling. It's freedom. It's financial freedom in the sense that all over the world, governments are debasing our currencies and printing more money. Recently, this guy, I don't know, but you can check him out. He's very interested. His name is Simon Black. You can check him out. He's very, very interesting guy. And he has got a daily newsletter he sent out there. If you check out his, you can Google him and you can find him. Simon Black is a very interesting guy. He traveled all over the world and he understands the system. He understands money and the global system and how politicians are manipulating it. If you subscribe to him, you can get a daily email from him. outlining investment opportunities and all those kind of things. He was like 90% of the US currency is digital. The rare money out there is just 10%. The Federal Reserve have been printing money upon money. So the store of value in cryptocurrencies are something that is very, very important for everyone who wants to protect his or her wealth. So if a few people want to hijack a network, it's very, very scary, especially when you have got your money there. I mean, I didn't feel safe at all. I wasn't happy at all because it was like you were just playing into the hands of those people we are running away from, the politicians. And they will say, oh, we told you guys, we need to regulate you. But the idea of cryptocurrencies is you can't regulate it, it shouldn't be regulated. It has already been regulated by mathematics. It's a trustless system, machines. The algorithm has already been set there. This is the formula. Nobody can change it. And thanks to the blockchain, if anyone tries to change it, we can verify it from the blockchain. So it's like when some currencies were backed by gold, these commodities, if you are going to print more of that currency, you need to back those who are printed with that commodity. And that is why these politicians removed the gold standard. The United States just removed their gold standard in the 70s. They removed gold back in their currency. And when Brother Muammar Gaddafi tried to run a gold standard system in his country, sadly he was killed. These are some of the things you should look into and you realize that, oh, so money should really be backed by a commodity. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are not backed by anything, but basically they are what to check that no one can print more or no one is trying to debase the currency is the blockchain, the verification, the public ledger, the open public ledger that everyone can access and look and confirm that this money like Bitcoin is 21 million. So back to SmartCash. To avoid such system like what we've seen in Bitcoin, that is why we introduced this voting system so that our community members will have a say in the network so that we don't run into such acrimonies. So it's driven by community governance. And as I said, POS said that the more you keep your money in the system, the more you secure the network. So we have the smart reward system. Every month, if you have 1,000 tokens or SmartCash coins in the system you did not transfer, you did not touch, you get a 20% reward. We won't call it interest. That is something the SEC might be coming after us. So we don't call it interest. It's actually a reward. If you look around, there are a few cryptocurrencies with such system. I think Waves have got something like that, and then Dash. But ours is very unique. 20% every month. So you can imagine how you can get a passive income if you start buying SmartCash today. We are 3 weeks and we went to 4 million, but you know cryptocurrencies, they are just like that. Even yesterday we were 6 million, but today we are almost 3 million market cap. And you can buy our tokens around, we have appreciated 17.78 as of now. So you see, if you want to buy, you can buy as much as you want with even $100. And I'm telling you, this is a solid technology. Because if you look at how we have deepened the decentralization and the community system, this is the whole maximum supply. So the circulating supply at the moment is 165 million for community. For community budget marketing. So all the rest we've left there is for the miners. We are not going for an ICO and we are not pre-mined. We're going for ICO. We are not going for an ICO. We don't believe in ICO. ICO is, today ICO has got itself a whole lot of horrible name. We want people to mine it and provide security for the network. So we aren't actually going for an ICO. People should mine for the money to circulate in the system. So it will be rare money. It's not money you raise from somewhere into the network.
I think you can explain to them about
ICO. Oh, basically, ICOs are initial coin offering. It's like the IPOs, where companies go out there and issue shares and sell them to the public, whoever wants to buy a share in the community. So when the companies appreciate when they get profit, they share it, or the tokens you are giving, when its value goes up, you have that kind of profit from it. So ICOs are very different in the sense that it is not regulated by the state, which is a very, very good thing. But there are always bad people in the system. They will take advantage of certain. But irrespective of that, ICO is the best thing that has happened to humanity, because if you look at the cost of going for an IPO and the regulations, so many companies can't afford it. So you realize that it's not easy for the small man to raise funds. But today, with just a website and a PC, you can raise funds to run a good idea. So ICOs are one of the best things that has happened to humanity, and irrespective of the bad guys getting in there, I will never prefer, and so many people will never prefer that we get government into ICOs. The best thing for every individual is you look into every ICO that is out there. Look at the technology they are trying to sell you. Is it solid? Talk to friends and professionals who understand the whole terrain, and then put your money in there, because there are also a lot of good ICOs out there. But we have avoided the ICO route. We are not going into the ICO. So our local governance, our community governance, is what actually sets us apart from so many countries. And we have our voting system. You can join our Slack and actually present your proposal, and we vote on it. And if you get a 10% nod, you can get the funds you want to go out there and promote SmartCash. So it could be like you want to organize meetups across colleges in Kenya. It could be you want to have a SmartCash ATM at one of the shopping malls in this city. So many ways. You want to maybe develop a local SmartCash wallet that is in Swahili. The devs are among us here. And we are always looking for talent. We are always looking for talent. So if you can code, if you have skills in C++, if you are dev, I think some of the guys I met at the Ethereum Meetup, I've got some of them onto our Slack, and our coordinator is talking to them to see how we can bring them on board. So it's a community kind of thing. We have a community governance, unlike the other cryptocurrencies where a few people make the decision. So far as you are in the network, you are part of the network. So we have actually concretized, we have actually conceptualized Satoshi Nakamoto's idea of a decentralized system, a decentralized money. It's not just the team that is running SmartCash that owns it. On a monthly basis, we are going to provide accounts for all the funds you use for every member of the community to see how we are putting this to use. This one here you asked about to use. This one has been left for all of you to mine and circulate.
Okay. Well, I think the number is not bad, but don't you think that you should have reduced at least like 100 million, so that the value of the SmartCash itself by the way it is, so it can value higher? Because like you tend to find that the coins which have like, or not only in circulation, they have just a small number they tend to raise.
The point is, SmartCash is SmartCash is a merchant cash. That is why we have instant pay. The moment you click on send, within a second, it is in its destination. That's why we have instant. We want to, it's a merchant crypto. We want everyone to use it for daily transactions. So in that case, it's better to have more circulation in the system. So our Smart Pay, we are also anonymous. If I send SmartCash to you, you can trace it on the SmartCash blockchain, but it is not on a public ledger for anybody to kind of see it, unless between the two individuals exchanging the value. We believe in privacy. It is very important that you protect your private privacy. So it is private, it's instant, and you can basically only verify it on the SmartCash blockchain. Yes, sir. Oh, you can easily buy and sell. Now we are on Cryptopia, we are on stock.exchange, we are on Blockfolio, we will get on Bitress very soon. And our big stamp, not in the near future. We want to get on exchanges like Changely and Live, where you can do instant exchange. If you ever use Changely, Changely is not like the other exchanges where you have to go and post and the buyer will come and buy looking at the price you are offering. But you go to Changely and they have their exact exchange there, and you place it there within the next 5 minutes. It has changed to whichever currency you want to change everything to. Yeah, we're also getting on some African exchanges like Bitfully. We are hoping to get also Bitress and Befrix. So very soon it will be easier for you to buy. But now you can, if you have Bitcoin, you can just go on to Cryptopia stock.exchange. And I think next week or two, Bitress is going to add us. Bitress did not add us last month, all because of this acrimony with this Bitcoin issue. They said we should wait for the scaling to be over. So now that the scaling is over, we are expecting to see them now. And then we don't have a cell phone, a mobile wallet, but we are getting on Economy. If you know about Coin, Economy, it is a mobile wallet where so many coins are listed there. We paid everything. We are hoping in a week, I think very soon, because just like last night, we were even discussing about them, that they have delayed a bit. So we also have a mobile wallet so that we didn't worry about carrying yourself, your PCs and your laptops over here to load the wallet for. Because today I intend to give everybody 10 tokens, so far as you have a PC to load the wallet. Yes, sir.
It would be nice if you shared with us the technology.
Come again.
It would be nice if now like you tell us the technology, the vision, and like for example, how these guys can. I know like some of them they have like great contributors of this, but we see for it like to have that maybe traction in the market out there. At least technology, what it stands for, not sharing that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying we are a POS. That's the technology behind SmartCash, proof of stake. So the more you keep your funds in the system, the more the security of the system is strong. And because of that, we give you a smart reward of 20% every month. And the vision is to ensure that in a short while, everyone will be able to use SmartCash for transactions. It's a merchant cryptocurrency where you can use it to buy anything you want. That is why we have instant pay. It wouldn't be like Bitcoin where you send cash and then 24 hours it is not there. But instant pay, right there you can buy something from a merchant. You can walk into Cabanas and buy anything and pay for it, or access any service here, and right there you send the files and then it will reflect on the cell phone or the PC of the merchant.
So more of like staking.
You said?
More of staking.
Exactly. That's why we have got the reward. And in exchange, they give the network security, and in exchange they get a monthly reward of 20%.
So for example, like if I own like $100,
100 coins.
100 coins.
You need to have 1,000 coins to be able to enjoy a smart reward.
So that means if, like, for example, if you have like 1,000 coins by the end of the month,
you get 200 coins.
200 coins.
So imagine when one coin gets to $1, and you have 1,000 coins there, and every month you can get 200 more coins.
Very good. So question is, like, when do you estimate it's going to at least become $1? Because that's when people start saying,
I'll be a stupid fool to do that. In cryptocurrencies, you don't do that. Anything happens every time. In 2013, excuse me to use the word I'm coming to, I nearly shot bricks. One Bitcoin from $700 down to $120. Early stages of the technology. And all my friends, I convinced them into the whole system. Were like, you are an asshole, you're not going to talk to you again. You've lost money. So, like yesterday, only last night, our market capital came up to $6 million. Today it is just like almost 3 million. It looks like we've lost half of the whole thing. But we are working hard and we have a very good technology, especially our community governance system. That will not lead you into the Bitcoin crisis. Everything that belongs to everyone falls into disrepair. But we have created a system that everyone owns it. So the future of the network is in the hands of everyone. So this coin is going to do well, but I won't tell you that in a year it will be $1. Just believe in it and invest in it. Because now, look at our price. If you put $100 in it and go and sleep, just come every month and vote on proposals that are being presented for promotion. So the network is for all of us. If you want to see it go to $1, then we all put our money in there. We all present proposals, and then we all use the money we get from the network to go out there to promote it and get it to other people. I hope you are getting me. It will take the team of me and Decentralized and UCG to take SmartCash to $1. Yes, we are going to do the work because we believe in this mission, but we will need all crypto lovers out there who think SmartCash is a good idea because we have deepened decentralization, we have brought in privacy, we have brought in a voting system that ensures that the system belongs to everyone who gets in there. And we have a 24-hour Slack support. If you send a Bitcoin to someone and it doesn't go through, or that person is saying, oh, it's not going through, you want the blockchain to verify and it's still not confirmed, who are you calling? The core team, or those days when Javel was part of the network. But with SmartCash, you can come on the Slack 24 hours in a week and make inquiries like, I sent this, and you can tell you that, oh, maybe the blocks are this, that, and that. You can definitely get someone to support you to tell you what is going on. Or even if you want to make inquiries about price or whatever, or you have an idea, we are inviting everybody onto our Slack. I have even created an African channel where I can also have a chat with my African brothers and plan things and see how we can also benefit from the network. So when you get there and I see that you're an African, immediately I also add you to the African channel. And aside the main channel, we have also been doing our strategy in the African channel.
Okay. You have said it's SmartCash focusing on the merchant aspect. What is your view about international payments?
It's the same thing. Merchants are everywhere in the world.
So you can still...
Yeah, merchants are everywhere in the world. So you can sit here and buy something with SmartCash in China and they just ship to you. The idea of making it efficient for merchants is the instant pay. So whether you are standing in front of the person or the person is somewhere else, you easily get the funds and ship whatever you are buying for, or whatever exchange value you are exchanging. So that doesn't mean that the fact that it's a merchant cryptocurrency doesn't mean you can't do cross-border settlement or cross-border exchange. Merchants are everywhere in the world. You can sit here and buy something in Japan, settle it with SmartCash. So cross-border trading, all those people involved are merchants. They are all selling goods and services.
Because in my line of work, mostly we deal with international payments. So if I can be able to convince people that the fastest mode of transfer of money.
A SmartCash, you are there. And the more people are getting into the network, the more what you hold is money. So I go around giving free SmartCash and free Bitcoin, and it's not like I'm a kind man. No, I don't think I'm kind. Far from that. I'm building my future. I'm convincing people to get into the network so I can be richer. And if you're able to bring more people into the network, they're also going to be richer. It's not an MLM, but it's about demand and supply. The more people are buying, the more value climbs. And the more people selling, that's why we are saying, people are saying that they are going to dump BCC. Meaning when they dump, BCC value will just dip. And Bitcoin will just climb up. So it's like this, demand here, supply here. The more people are demanding, the more the value of the system is going. So we can grow this together. We can all grow this together. You can't go and buy one Bitcoin now. But you can buy so many SmartCash now and try and bring more people into the network. And we are going to be richer together. Because if a less than a month project is now worth almost 3 million, if more people come behind this, you make it big time. And as you can see, the technology is solid. We are creating a lot of incentive for people to see that this is a coin you can put your future into. The voting system, the smart laws. Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask, how can the voting take place? Like, is it one man, one vote, or is it determined?
One man, one vote. One man, one vote. Even if you are holding half of the coin in the system.
And how will you verify like I'm an individual because they can be having some few accounts?
Oh, it's not the different wallet you have, but it's a vote to your name.
So when
Because we are in a system, and we have created a chat with a forum for that. So if you hold coins, you must register a forum to have a voting right or a voting slot. So there's no way anyone can go twice. Can go, yeah. Everyone will definitely have one vote. He said it's on our forum. It is on our website. You can explore our website, smart.com.cc, smartcash.com.cc. Yeah. If you look at our hives, our smart hive voting, you will find out all those things are the smart hive voting. But you need to have some points. I was actually trying to get some points for whoever want to buy here. So if you are interested, you can see Antonio. You arrange for people, you to get the coin to buy if you don't have the coin to buy them. Yeah, you don't have the coin to buy them because you know about how it's difficult to get one. But I don't think that should be a headache. Now, Bearfrex is in the market. When Big Pizza was here, they were like the minimum one can access is $700 US. But Bearfrex came in and they are like, you can buy any minimum amount you want to buy. Yeah, even though it's 5% commission, but it isn't bad. If you buy, say, 100 shillings and pay them 5 shillings, it's not no big money. PayPal, I I don't trust those things. Somebody can rape you around that. But honestly, I haven't bought coins through such means. When I started buying coins, it was just like friends in my social circle in the US. And maybe I'll ask a friend in the US to send, or family in the US to send that person this X amount of dollars. And the person will just send me BTC in my account. And there are days when we have only PC wallet. It used to take a week to synchronize it. I'm talking about a 209, 210. To take you a week to synchronize it before you see, or 3 days to synchronize before you realize that this is your wallet or your PC. And then we need to have web wallet. And then we move on to web wallet, then mobile wallet, give it to the system. So now it looks like the opportunity is endless, you know. There are so many ways. Even now you have cold storage. If you have more BTC or more other cryptocurrencies, you can store them on cold storage, just like Trezor and other things, and just put it under your bed and forget about it, get a loss, and just keep your price. Okay, Frankie.
How many merchants are realizing?
How many merchants?
Yeah.
This is your opportunity. That's a very good question. No merchants yet, because there are 3 weeks. So this is your opportunity to convert merchants to start, accepting Bitcoin. There's one of our developers called Decentralized. Actually, when in crypto, you don't find people using their real names. Crypto Traveler, Juicy G, Decentralized, I love sleeping. If you come to our Slack, it's fine. Nobody is actually using his or her real name. He has been in the cannabis business for some time now. Do you know that most US countries states are actually legalizing cannabis? Yeah, Washington DC, Colorado, last year Colorado bagged about $40 billion of revenue from cannabis. He's actually trying to introduce merchants from the cannabis area, accepting cryptocurrencies. So you have started, you are 3 weeks old. I'm hoping to also introduce it to some merchants around the continent. You can do that. It could be your proposal to the network that you basically want money to go out there and train merchants to accept SmartCash. Yeah. I'm doing a seminar in Nigeria 27th to 28th August. And what I'm going to do is to train these 100 merchants to accept any cryptocurrencies as a form of payment for goods and services. So this is an opportunity for you to send us a proposal. This is an open source like any cryptocurrency. It doesn't belong to anyone. Whoever wants to be part of it, just join it. You don't need permission from anyone. Like when you are teaching people about crypto, they say, how do I register? It's not about registering. How do I get an account? This is not a bank. When you ask you to go and bring your line title, your father's birth certificate, and so on and so on. Forgive me for the exaggeration. But you just do it. You don't need permission from anyone. So I would love to see you pushing merchant adoption of SmartCash.